Morning world, it's about 9 a.m. in the morning. It's the 25th of December 2015, and in about 2 hours from now it'll be the full moon in Cancer full moon. Well, on the one hand, I live in a Christian country, or a country that aspires to Christian values even if they don't always practice them. And so of course, being the Christmas day, all the bells are ringing, all the faithful are going to church. Fair enough, that's their privilege, it's their choice. Cancer full moon is also not only a time of celebration and a time of, all full moons represent a kind of ending in many ways. It's a time of closure, it's a time of completion, so it's quite fitting it should be on Christmas Day. Cancer full moon is also a time that's associated with eating, because moon in Cancer's very emotive, it's very sensitive, it's very touchy and sometimes downright moody, as well as being very empathic and intuitive. But the moon in Cancer, when it's not in a good way, is often given to comfort eating and the desire for, if you can't be loved enough, then it'll eat chocolate or cake. So with the moon in Cancer, you can be sure that today there's going to be a lot of overeating. I mean, Christmas is a bit overrated. It's when all the family comes together and has fun together, but it's always on individual terms. If you're coming to my place, it's going to be like this, you know. And the fight all started when she argued about who gets the crockery from Auntie Vera's will, and it all started when he hit me back. Families. I'm not going to criticise them because the family is the fundamental basic structure of human relationships, or it has been up until now. Although personally I believe that tribe is more important than family, but tribe as in unconditional love and acceptance, as opposed to the imposed values and structures of what one should believe in or the way one should behave. But it's Cancer full moon. Yes, it's traditionally a time of family, it's traditionally a time of eating. But wait a minute, we live in a world where the capacity for inequality is more obvious now than it's ever been in history. The gap between the haves and the have-nots is stronger and more obvious now than it's ever been. To an extent, this is caused by the advent of technology and the ability to see that gap. I'm sure it's always been there, it's just more obvious now because of the technological interfaces that we have. But nevertheless, all around the world at the moment there are millions of people, women, children, men, starving, homeless, poverty-stricken, desperately unhappy through no fault of their own, with no food, no water, no nationhood. And this is predominantly caused by inequality and the desire of certain functions of humanity, certain sections of humanity, striving for profit at the expense of others. Through corruption, bribery, inequality, the insanity of the arms race, and the arming of other people so that they can shoot their neighbours. Christmas is supposed to be a time when people come together. It's supposed to be a time when humanity remembers its common roots. Can't see that happening at the moment, unfortunately. I've spent the last 2 or 3 days working out all the forecasts for next year, and I've written them all. The videos I'll be doing today, tomorrow, the next day. I have to be honest, next year's not looking the easiest year on the block. It's looking easier than 2015, it has to be said, in certain areas. But it's still not going to be a particularly easy year. And one of the biggest things that's going to be coming up next year is the breakdown of inequalities. The extreme of difference between different types of people is going to become so extreme that it will fundamentally break down, and humanity will be forced into cooperating more closely with each other across the board. Perhaps not a moment too soon either. So perhaps, as it's Cancer full moon, and yours truly is a shy, gentle, insecure Cancerian, as you know, with a great taste in sweaters apparently, thanks Mum. I think it's best if I just say, look, go and have a good time if you're of that faith, enjoy yourself, don't overindulge, but remember those who have got nothing. put some time and energy into helping those that can't help themselves. It's that time. Have a great time. See you tomorrow. Bye.